Umberto in Hialeah, Florida. Hey, Umberto, you wanted to talk about unregulated capitalism. My question for this hour, can unregulated capitalism coexist with the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution?
Well, Tom, first of all, hi. And my answer to that, if you interpret life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness according to the principles of progressivism, the answer would be absolutely not. And the reason why is that unregulated capitalism, which is going to come in hand with libertarianism, is based on the principle of extreme individualism, that I am the only one who really matters. Everybody else has to survive on their own. And, of course, a society based on that principle that really there is no government, practically no government protections or guarantees, and whether it's health care, education, housing, food, all of the needs of human beings in life, you have to earn it entirely on your own. In a society like that, it's really only people with enough money to buy those things that are really going to enjoy them. Right. So unregulated capitalism and libertarianism, the only thing it's going to produce is massive poverty, massive marginalization of many people, basically abuse of working people and the working class, and it's only going to solidify the oligarchy. I mean, well, first of all, as far as I'm concerned, the oligarchy is already firmly in place, and they're getting their way. They bought this election, and who knows what else they're going to be able to do with all their money.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So it's actually money that's going to rule in a society of unregulated capitalism and libertarianism, not individual life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. So, no, it cannot go hand in hand with a true democracy. It's going to destroy democracy, and we're going to have to find some way to go beyond this distortion that the oligarchs have been able to pull on so many Americans to defend this kind of unregulated.
Well, that's sort of the bad news, Umberto. The good news is we don't have to invent anything. We can do what we already did in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, and simply regulate capitalism and capitalists.
Exactly. Now, I'm just going to make one quick observation. The only reason what I can see why so many working class people and poor people, particularly those who made it to the polls, why they could have possibly voted for a progressive, referendum on their ballots and yet turn around and still vote for some of the most extreme right-wing Republican candidates is that the distortion machine of the Republican Party has done its job tremendously, tremendously well.
Yes.
I spoke to a gentleman who voted for Republican candidates in my area, and I asked him, well, did you vote for any of the progressive referendum? And he said, yeah, we had some progressive referendum in our area. And I said, well, why did you vote Republican?
Hang on just a second, Umberto.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
10 seconds for your answer.
Okay. And he said, well, because it's big government and the Democrats were standing in the way of all these changes.
Oh, gee.